All right, y'all. Today we're going to be showing you how to play Shonen Online. I know there is a lot of like worry and wonder about the game because a lot of people figure out how to play it. So I'm going to show you how to really play. The first thing you're going to want to do in most games is learn the controls. So obviously you have the WASD, you have blocking. See, blocking will block most moves. Some will block break. You just really have to understand which move from each clan can do that. There is subbing. So a sub is whenever a move is about to hit you, you press it. Pretty simple. Now, subbing can also be used for dashes to gain more distance, but it's the essence of combat pretty much. Now, we also have our skill tree. Our skill tree involves medic, kenjutsu. It has health upgrades. It has clone jutsu. It has advanced tie. Clone jutsu might be bugged for the moment, but it will probably get fixed or reworked in some way. We have earth, we have fire, we have hail, we have lightning, we have wind. Now each one provides its own buff. So let's say you use hail on someone, electricity will increase the damage of that. Wind, I'm pretty sure just implies a speed buff. It's very minimal for anything other than water and lightning, but that's why they're such a good duo together. Fire is really good because you have tick damage. You can really buff it for a lot, but you need to have a lot of stuns to be able to use it. I'd say water and lightning are for most clans that are non-stun but high damage. Wind is a good one for if you want to run around in circles and never let your opponents on you too much. Medic, one of the best skill trees in the game, and it's also one that does not have a lock. So each skill tree will have a lock. Not each skill tree, but only Taijutsu pretty much. Once you get Primary Lotus, you cannot get any other skill tree. So Primary Lotus locks you out above your other skill tree. Kenjutsu you can use as all the others. Medic you can use all the others. The reason being is that Taijutsu is very strong and you can have advanced Taijutsu in the game. But substitution, you always want to press N when you come into the game to get into your skill tree, and you want to double click it to buy it. That's the first thing you always do. Okay. Now, some other things to go over. We have T flips. So a T flip is pretty much the count. You flip them over your shoulder when you reach 15 stacks at the bottom. Now the stacks come from M1s. Now certain moves will increase the T flip counter, but once that gets to 15, you flip them over your shoulder, you can get out of the combo. It's there with the substitution, so you're not infinite comboed forever. Now, different skill trees have their buffs and have their downsides to it, but the main ones that you want to be going for are jutsu builds, medic jutsu, kenjutsu jutsu, and you will have up to, I think, 30 skills points at max, I think is the amount. So do with it what you must. I think it might actually be 45, but do with them what you must. Builds are very varied in this game, but there are also other kinds of things called curses and blessings. Now, curses and blessings are kind of the secrets in this game. Older players will probably know some of the more recent or the more old ones, but as of now, curses and blessings are unknown. You'll have to find them. There are hints probably throughout the game that you will see, and developers sometimes give out hints to players that they deem worthy, or players that they know, or just to the public in general, because they want people to get it. But it usually involves things in your stats. So to check your stats for your EXP is check EXP, okay? So your combat EXP is how much combat EXP you get. So if you M1 someone, you grip them, you gain combat EXP. Mission EXP is from missions. Now you do gain both kinds of EXP from flags. This is the primary way you're going to be wanting to play the game. Is find a flag around the map, capture it, right? Sit on it, and you'll rank up to the max. Now we might be changing the system into a queue system in the future, but as of now, the flag system works as it's kind of like a capture the flag. You'll have people fighting over it, but as of now, it's probably the best way. People enjoyed it before because ranking up is kind of boring at times, but sometimes people enjoy it. I'm not sure. This is your chaos. So chaotic is kind of like the evil in this game. Every time you grip someone, every time you do a chaotic bounty, you'll gain chaotic. So enough chaotic can get you different things. Now, there are things called the swords in this game. Each sword, they're like Excalibur, as you said. You'll find it in the ground, and it'll need a different kind of chaotic, or orderly, or both, and it will also need grips. Now, I don't think grips is shown on this. It'll probably be added in the future again. But having that amount of grips, that amount of chaotic, will let you increase the sword. Without it, you can only pull a sword 3 times before you wipe. So Just keep gaining your EXP, keep gaining your chaotic, and keep gaining your grips, and eventually get it. Now, Senjutsu. Senjutsu applies to a few clans in the game. Senjutsu applies to Hoshigaki, Senju, Kamizuru. There might be a few others that are going to be added, but as of now, that's all you need. Senjutsu can be gained by finding a meditation mat. There's one on the waterfall over there, there is one at Leaf, and there's a few others scattered around the map. I would pretty much recommend always going to the waterfall one, as there's not going to be many people there. There's one over there as well, next to Oroshima, or I think it's Kage Summit. But gain Senjutsu, you need about 1,000 to get your mode. But once you get 1,000, that might be wrong. But once you get 1,000, you pop the mode, and it'll slowly go down. And once you hit the 0, you have to grind more. So AFKing there is definitely a bonus. Every hour or two in game, you will gain a PD. Now, a PD starts, it's called a permadeath event. A permadeath event means once you die, you are dead. That's it. Okay? So you die, you're dead, you have to restart all over. Now, there are certain things in the game, like advanced tie and a special prog. So some clans will have progressions. So progressions come from getting different amounts of chaotic, finding your NPC, different amounts of orderly, finding your NPC, and getting PD grips. Now, once you have all those, they'll just appear in your inventory. You'll have to rejoin the game. And usually, your trainer will just straight up give it to you. And that's how you progress your progressions in the game. Other than that, you have two different stats down here. Now you have the health and you have chakra. As you gain your ranks in the game, you see this right here. Oh, I'm tuning, I'm A-. I gain health. The more ranks and the bigger title I have, so a tuning is the second to highest normal rank that you'll have in the game. So once you get Jonin, you'll have the most HP until you hit SSS. So once you hit SSS, your rank goes up, you gain more HP. Get it? And Jonin is just the maxed out. You'll have everything that you need for a base player.